player, but I don't know. It does not matter. What matters are
go.
these two players right here. It is their final shot to make it into the higher tax bracket, making an extra $100, making an extra $50, and having a chance at qualifying for the finals and the entire tournament. It's all on the line here. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the teamless player, the Zerg player, El Envuelto. It is eGGz.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the Peruvian Terran player, the Orange Terran, representing Team Insane Master Killers. It is Yerald. All right, we go to hatch first.
Yeah, let's see what's going on here. I still have faith. eGGz can still cheese. It's not over yet.
He could, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. He definitely could cheese. If eGGz was gonna do anything crazy, I think it would be like a Road Ravager all in. But
yeah.
Other than that, I don't know.
I just feel like there's so many crazy cheesy builds out there.
Mm.
I like to be a cheese connoisseur, but yeah, eGGz doesn't go for it too much. Like, he doesn't go for crazy cheese. He goes for standard cheese, which is weird to say, but he'll go for like a Ling Flood or just quick roaches.
Yeah, he doesn't.
We'll see what he does here.
He doesn't go for like a proxy hatch or like, I don't know, like some kind of fast swarm host. Like, I feel like that's more of like a Cham move.
Yeah, the swarm host is so Cham.
Yeah. Oh god. So we'll see what he does here. I also want to keep an eye on Yerald because he did go for a weird opening in game number 1 versus Dark Unnamed, but here so far ain't nothing but standard play.
Yeah. Now I'm not too sure what the furthest Yerald has gone in, but I think this is like the best run he's had in recent, and maybe this entire year, getting to the semifinals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Yerald, he's been on the rise like for the past maybe 6 months. I want to say ever since DreamHack Fall, where he's actually been like taking games and taking names as well. He's never gone this far. But he's been improving and getting better over time.
Yeah. When you say DreamHack Fall, I'm like, no, is it not still fall? And I was like, oh wait, somehow we're in winter.
Somehow. It's even weirder here because here we're like in summer, man. Like in Australia, like we typically celebrate Christmas like in like singlets and thongs. Like there's no snow here.
Yeah.
It's not cold at all. Does it snow in Texas? Is that a thing?
Is what a thing? I didn't hear you.
Is snow a thing in Texas?
I'm getting some lag in the voice here.
Oh god, no. Oh no. Stay with me, Yoda.
Oh god, this is rough.
Oh,
We're on the Brazilian server right now, I think.
What? Server settings.
Oh no. Oh no. Yikes.
Alright, hold on. So, I'm gonna quickly switch Discord server to see if that helps.
Alright.
Alright.
I think I just had a rough patch of internet, maybe.
Oh, okay. Are you with me? Well, as the game progresses, we do have a couple of links to slip on in. 3 SCVs have gone down, which is a nice little pickoff. And eGGz did go in with Overlord speed, so he was able to scout the 111. He was able to see the add-ons as well. And Yerald, he's going for this big Hellion push. I don't believe he has an armory. Yeah, so it's just Hellions going across the map with the Liberator to support shortly.
I think my internet's good now. I think it's stabilized.
Okay, nice. Sweet.
Yeah, so.
Oof.
As I say that, it starts to lag a little bit.
Oh god. I mean, thankfully you're not lagging out in game.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I'm closing all programs. I won't be able to see the bracket or anything, guys. So, I mean, there's not much left on the bracket. But yeah, these Hellions are actually getting a decent amount of kills. They got 8 workers killed. A Ling run by is actually doing a lot here. Where's the defense? What was at home for defense?
Exactly, there wasn't a wall at all. So even though the Hellions got a decent amount of damage, eGGz, he got pretty much the same with just Lings running across the map. He gets in again.
Maybe even more.
Oh my god.
Wow. Okay, he did hold that one. That's not bad. He needs to clean or finish that wall, but I do like this. We're getting into a standard game. We're getting the third CC from Yerald. We're getting gates, we're getting tanks, we're getting marines, we're getting the NG bays, we're getting +1/+1. On the other side, eGGz, he's going for the +1/+1 as well. He's getting banelings and a layer.
Oh. Yeah.
That was rough losing the queen there.
The Liberator does siege up, does snipe a queen, repositions, looking to try and get a couple more drones. What I'm a little bit worried about is Gerald. He's actually lost quite a lot of SCVs this game. Like already 9 went down because there was another Ling run by earlier. He still needs to work up on that worker count, and these Lings are stopping that from happening at his third.
Why is someone talking about snow in Texas in the chat? I don't know.
I was asking you about it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, nice. Well, yeah, actually, so snow in Texas, it does sometimes, but it hasn't in the past maybe like 8 years. But we had like 2 or 3 years where it snowed in Texas, and it's actually really crazy.
Oh.
What about Australia? Y'all got snow out there?
Oh, God, no.
Okay, yeah. I was like, y'all are pretty hot, aren't y'all?
We have snow up in the mountains. Like in New South Wales, which is like the state we live in, like there's like this one like massive mountain, and like that's where all like the ski resorts are. Like they're just on different parts of that one mountain, and that's where all the snow is.
That's hilarious. Now, eGGz seems to always go for the Baneling drops here against the Terran if he can't find other damage. I like that. I need to steal that idea. He's gonna lose some SCVs here though.
Yeah, 3 drones get picked off. No Spore in position, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult to deal with this Liberator. Meanwhile, you were talking about it. We have those Banelings loading up into the Dropper Lord. If he's not too careful, it's going to be spotted by the Liberator, but no, the Liberator is still sticking around, and damage can be dealt.
It has no health left on it, and it's still alive. It's going to be able to cause some damage somewhere eventually.
Yeah.
Let's see the Bane drop defense here. But yeah, it snows sometimes, and also we get this stuff called black ice, where like the streets look just perfectly normal, but really there's like a super thick layer of ice on it, and you can't drive your car on it. But you also can't see it, so you don't know to not drive on it, and a lot of people just like peel out and crash because of it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh.
The nice pull away. He didn't even try and go for it.
Interesting. I'm surprised. Like, there's no units to stop it. Like, eGGz could have just gone back in. Just could have moved around.
He did go to the third.
Yeah, he's even got Dropper Lords getting ready towards the south. So maybe he's just waiting to try and hit both at the same time.
That's so unfortunate that that sensor tower finished right as he came in. But if it's not spotted in time, he's got Link. He's got a lot to look out for. There's a tank here.
Ooh. Yeah, meanwhile, we have the other Dropper Lord getting ready, and the main army of eGGz is looking to posture around, but he doesn't have Baneling speed yet. He has to wait for that upgrade. Speed. Oh, yeah, very late.
I just noticed that.
Yeah.
The little water boys are waddling.
They be waddling. Meanwhile, 3 SCVs went down to the drop in the main. Meanwhile, this other drop is going to go into the natural. No reaction.
This one's going to get some kills. Oh, no.
Oh, God.
eGGz was on point with the drop. Not looking. Gerald loses 16 SCVs in the blink of an eye, and that puts eGGz up about 20 workers.
Jesus Christ. That was the thing, right? Like, his defense was solid at his third and at his main. He was doing so good, but he slipped up just this once in his natural. Loses 16 SCVs. Meanwhile, he is going for a drop into the main base, but I think eGGz spots it. He's coming back home.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, the drop gets dealt with. Meanwhile, okay, Gerald, he's pushing towards the third base, but there's already Lingbane here ready.
Oh my gosh, the tanks are going to siege up. They're super deep on creep though, so eGGz knows everything. Morphing in 22 Banelings, morphing in Lings, going in Hive. Another drop, so this drop's going to kill a lot of SCVs. Oof. And now it's just up to, that wasn't that much, but it's still good damage. Oh my god, even on the high ground with 2 tanks, it's up to eGGz to hold here. If eGGz holds, Oh, wow. That run by is not going to do what he expected it to.
Oh my god, that was a massive run by and it did nothing. Meanwhile, we have another drop into the main. It's going to get the spawning pool.
Wow, Yerald is doing really good here. He got the spawning pool. That's huge. However, there is run-bys all over the map. I don't know how eGGz is holding back at home while simultaneously committing this much across the map, and he's going to be able to clean all this up. Lifting the CC, gets rid of the service area denial here, and he kills all those units with the Baneling, and he's has free range to take all this out.
Exactly, the Widowmines get borrowed, but the Lings, they get past them. The Lings, they do get into the natural. Meanwhile, the main army of Yodaslim just hasn't been doing anything. He hasn't been pressuring with his tanks. He was able to take out a hatchery, but that was it. And 27 SCVs went down.
Oh my god, these Baneling connects! Oh, that was disgusting!
Oh.
That's not what you want as a Terran player. He was back at home trying to defend, which he did. Kinda. He got a lot of friendly fire from the Widowmines. And he's just falling apart. He got pushed back down to 40 workers, only on 3 bases. eGGz is at 80 workers. Hive Tech is on the way, +3, and he's sitting on 4 bases right now. He could take another base though.
Yeah, he definitely could. He's a little bit oversaturated, but if it wasn't for that massive Baneling connection, like Yerald, his army would be terrifying right now. He'd have so many more Marines, but he's just been slowed down. We have that Ultralisk Cavern on the way, 3 upgrades on the way as well. Even Yoink's a tank.
But there's not enough units here to kill them. There's nothing but Banelings. He doesn't have any Lings out on the map, so that was a little bit of an awkward play there. I loved it. I've never seen this, but he has Widowmines and tanks mixed together.
Yeah,
is this considered mech? Is this a mech and bio push?
I love it because it's like it's protecting the tanks from a big run by, but it looks like the Ling Bane is going in.
But his splits were not on point. He didn't split the Marines well enough, and with that, eGGz is just absolutely good Widowmines at the end there. But eGGz is killing him, and while he did have a good army, a good positioning, he traded pretty decent. He was so deep on creep. eGGz saw it all. He knew exactly what to do. And he's got the ridiculously good economy here.
Exactly. Even drops Lings into the main. More SCVs going down. Yerald, he was distracted, loses all the Marines in the center of the map, and that was it.
GG. And just as expected, my guy took the W. I was getting scared for eGGz there for a little bit. Yerald really gave it to him.
Yeah, like Yerald, like he was defending against the drops really well. He was dropping all over the place himself. He was doing a bunch of damage, but in the end, his attention was kind of, stretched too thin. Like eGGz, he was counterattacking consistently, catching him off guard, and there's a reason why eGGz is one of the best in the region.
Yeah. I'm gonna use the restroom again because I've been chugging water this whole time. So once we're in, we'll get back into it.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Wait, how much water have you been? Jesus Christ, calm down. I mean,
I have a giant mug. I'm trying to rehydrate. I drank a little bit yesterday, so
okay.
A little bit, not a lot. No crazy story this time around.
It's like, I passed out, and I just.
It's a typical weekend, when I'm not casting. All right, I'll be back.
All right. What we're learning here today is that Yoda, like, if he doesn't have StarCraft in his life, he just spirals out of control and just just has these wild nights. God damn it, Yoda. But we are getting ready for game number 2. Of course, we have eGGz and Yerald here. Again, I'm really impressed with Kaozfate, with Yerald. He's been improving a lot throughout this entire year, and we're really missing like a strong Terran player to really rise up, other than Kelazar and Special. Like, it's cool that they're the best they're like, some of the best in the region, like top 3, but they're not really active. Like, they don't really take part in the scene. So because of that, it's not really ideal. It would be cool if they played in like live speed events, or if they casted even something like what Jim Rising does. Whereas someone like Yerald, like, he's always playing in these events. He's in Sentimental Latino, he's in live speed events, he even plays 2v2s. So it's really exciting to see him do well here. As we are getting ready to get into game number 2, we're loading in, of course. Everyone, remember to hydrate your hydras, drink plenty of water, especially if you're in the southern hemisphere. It's getting pretty hot down here, as we are nearing December. Of course, everyone knows it's summer, and we are on Pillars of Gold.
We're on Pillars of Gold.
we are
Am I doing it to you?
Go for it, mate. Go for it.
All right. We're in the top right-hand corner of Pillars of Gold right now with the interesting blue color. I don't think I've ever seen him rock this color. It is the currently teamless player from Colombia. It is eGGz. El Envuelto.
And spawning in the bottom left hand corner of Pillars of Gold LE, we have the Peruvian Terran player, the orange Terran, representing Team Insane Master Killers. It is Yerald.
Insane Master Killers.
They're crazy.
They're crazy. They're insane. They kill masters. I guess that's why they went for the dog, like a dog killing its own master.
Yeah.
Very sick of you guys to put a dog in that position.
Like a rabid dog, you know?
Yeah. Got rabies.
Mm-hmm.
And also that thing kind of looks like a wolf, which is not a dog.
It's not a dog. It's false.
I mean, wolves don't have owners, so they can't really kill their own owner. And wolves are actually smart, so I wouldn't even call them insane. You guys need to get your stuff together.
Oh my god, the misinformation, the fake news that is being spread right now by this team, like,
fake news. But that is big for them. They did pick up this player. I'm not too familiar with the clan or the team. I'm sorry, but good on Yerald for actually finding a team to support him like that. And you know, maybe this is probably a really good site for them. I was talking about them so much, people are gonna remember their name. I'm gonna remember their name now. I can't forget it.
Yeah, they're a relatively new team. I know that they got this new logo, I want to say like 4 or 5 months ago. They're active on Facebook, so you know what, if you want to check out this team, they've got a Facebook page. They're picking up Latin American players. I think they've tried to run some of their own in-house tournaments as well, so it's pretty cool.
There you go.
Oh,
we talk crap and fun, but in reality we are here to support everyone. Except a couple of bad apples on the scene, you know. There's always a couple of those that you don't support. But this is nice here. This is what I like to see.
Wow.
I mean, this is all you really want. Deny the natural and kill a couple SCVs. That's more than enough. The fact that the doors were down and let the lings in, that is crazy in itself.
Exactly, and 3 SCVs went down to what? 5 lings. The natural's being delayed. It shouldn't be cancelled. He should be able to hold on to it. But yeah, nicely done. And on the other side of the map, the Reaper didn't really do too much.
Yeah, now what is eGGz playing here? He's about to get speed. He can send in a couple more lings, but as soon as the Hellions are out, wait, he's going for not a Hellion, a Cyclone?
What is happening? What? Hold on. So eGGz, he did scout the tech lab on the factory, and he saw that there was no starport being built as well. So he's aware of this. But like the typical thing would be a tank, right? Like just like a defensive tank or something like that.
Yeah, he's sending the Reaper out for a scout now. That's cool, but I don't know what he's going for here. I mean, normally you go for a Cyclone for like... Oh, never mind. Actually, no, he's going for Starport. A Cyclone's good for stopping Overlords. I think that's what he's doing. He's trying to stop Overlords so he can go straight into something else. Possibly BCs, maybe Cloaked Banshees.
Possibly. Again, a really odd choice here to go for the Cyclone. It's not typically what you see, but again, Kaozfate, Yerald, he's not a typical player, as he is going for a little bit of a delayed 1-1-1. Gonna finally land that starport on the tech lab, and he's gonna be going for Cloak.
Yeah, it seems about right. I don't know what the Cyclone's for. Maybe just a safety Cyclone to make sure it gets rid of anything.
Yeah,
could be used to clear a creep in the future and maybe even take out an Overlord.
Yeah. I think maybe part of it is because of like the opening and the delayed natural and the delayed minerals, he was stuck with the tech lab on his factory and he wanted to use it in some way, and he couldn't throw down a starport. So I guess maybe he just made a Cyclone just to be efficient with what he had. We'll see if it comes into play, if he makes use of it.
We'll see what the transition is here. eGGz going for the lair.
Ooh, going for the lair, going for a Roach Warren as well.
Roach Warren. Interesting choice here. Maybe that was Yerald's plan all along. He gets the one Cyclone out, and you think it's going to be a mech push because you see the Cyclone with the Hellions, and you get a Roach Warren, and then you get hit by a bunch of Marauders.
Yeah. I mean, that could definitely work, especially because he is going bio. We do have Stim on the way. Of course, we have that Banshee on the way as well. A fast 30C. I love it. Coming up from Yerald, very macro-oriented. And looking to be pretty aggressive. We'll see if he can get into a mineral line and deal some damage. And, oh, eGGz, he's getting +1 range, so he's committing to the Roaches.
Yeah. He just made like 6 Overlords right now. He's got a lot of Queens out, though, for defense. Not a lot of Lings. Ooh, I like this. If he goes for a run by and can hold with the Queens, he should be in a good position. But also, they're going to scan in order to get some creep tumors, and they might just lock onto a Queen there, too, and end the Queen's life.
Oh, yeah, that's the great thing about this Cyclone. Now you can actually fight and be threatening to these Queens, but there are so many. Jesus, there are 5 here defensively. eGGz, he was looking to try and go for a little bit of a counterattack with his Lings, but he ends up coming back home just to be safe.
This production tab is crazy for both players, and I think as soon as the Roaches pop out, he should be fine to go for that run by with the Lings, which I think is what he's looking for.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ooh, Banshee gets sniped out of the sky. It does take out 3 drones before it does go down, but it's not really ideal. You want to get a little bit more damage done. Meanwhile, we do have the the Overseer coming in for eGGz. He's able to scout the production, sees the engineering base, sees all the Raxes, so he's aware of what his opponent's doing.
All right, so let's see where this goes, man. I think eGGz wins it all.
I think eGGz needs to throw down the Bailing Nest. He just saw all those Raxes. Do you really want to stay on Roach Ravager?
I mean, he's on 4 bases. He knows his opponent's on 2, so as long as he has the economical advantage, he should be in a good place. I think he's going to show us what the last Zerg player could not.
Yeah, show us what Dark Unnamed could not. Play like Raynor. And, getting some damage done on these Hellions. They do get caught out a little bit. They haven't really been able... Like, Kaozfate hasn't really been able to kill any workers. Like, only 3 drones have gone down this game. Like, it's... The Zerg economy has just been left alone.
Yeah, I wonder if eGGz is doing this maybe to just conceal his builds and save his... I mean, I guess there's no really Terran builds left to go for, but I don't know. Maybe he's trying to change up how he plays to throw off anybody he might face in the future.
Yeah, we'll see as the Roaches are getting on top of the Marines. The tank does siege up, but a little bit too late, and the Roaches, they just get on top of the tank.
I think that's just GG. There's really nothing to defend here. He has no tanks. These Roaches can take some damage and then be morphed into Ravagers and Crowsabile down this wall. He's going to force a lift on this base. And something I recently learned, that it's a very important thing that the Zergs go for with the Roaches, is to deny and force the lift up on that 3rd base.
Yeah, definitely. He is pushing on in. He does get surrounded a little bit, but the Hellions, they immediately fall. The Marines are doing okay. The tank needs to siege up. The boys get pulled.
Oh no, that tank's going to go down. He target fired it down so perfectly. All these Roaches will be lost, but at the cost of so many workers. 25 have gone down at this point. Ling reinforcements behind it. A little bit missed micro here. Some of the units aren't in the fight, but taking out these CCs are a pretty big deal too. And with that, I think that ends Yerald's run here.
Yeah, it looks like eGGz has done it as 36 SCVs go down. Again, the Yerald, he had a really good showing in game number 1. Here in game number 2, eGGz, he just did so much damage early on with that pull first, and things just kind of snowballed from there. Kaozfate, he may be able to push the army away, but again, he's lost so much.
Yeah, way too much. He can't really afford much. But we saw Yerald. He's got that specific timing he goes for his GGs. He could be down on 3 workers and he's not calling it quits.
This is accurate. We've seen it before. He's down to only a handful of Marines, 20 workers to 72 drones. I mean, he's got meals, I guess.
Yeah. But I mean, regardless, GG is called. eGGz wins, and good luck to Yerald in the future, and shout out to you. You put on for your team. You took it all the way. You made it far in the bracket, and you managed to score yourself an extra $50 just for beating your last opponent.
Yeah.
And
nice.
And with that, he got himself some money. He got himself a little bit more respect. He got to play against some of the best out there. And I think this just goes to show that Yerald is still on the come up, and seems like he's getting increasingly better. I don't think eGGz was playing too bad there. Gerald was doing good though.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was thinking about that earlier while you were on break. Like Kaozfate, he's been doing really well, and I approve of like another Terran player to really rise the ranks. You know, it's something that we've been missing.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind to get a good Terran out there. I wish like Killers or Special would play in the tournaments, so that way I could always root for like the underdog Zergs. But at this point in the Latin American scene, the Terran is the underdog with the least representation.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. As we now have our first finalist, eGGz. He's in the qualifying match.